Hey guys, welcome to the Rubik's Research Lab. In today's video I'll be talking about my journey into the cubing world, and the main reason why I'm making this video is I've seen a lot of people use just cubes just because they think it's fast, and even though they're like pretty slow, they're using a really fast speed cube, and it's not really going to help them out much because you're never really going to learn corner cutting if you don't start from a store-bought. So there are many different things like that. So I thought, why not let me make a video starting where I bought my first cube and how I slowly progressed into my current main here. So for obvious reasons I did start out with a Rubik's store-bought, and I did work on it until I went under a minute, say in the 50 seconds area, and that's when I really started getting serious about cubing. So I started looking at different tutorials, started learning the F12 and the footage method once I started reaching the 50-45 second range in my Rubik's store-bought. So then I bought this, the Dion. So this cube, I would say it's pretty useful until you go even sub 30 range. It's a really good cube, pretty smooth, just refuses to pop under any circumstances. Very good for speed cubing, and highly recommended if you want to go into the almost the 20s range. I could go sub 20 in this cube. It's a really good cube, although right now it's worn out, and I think people can still use this if you want to go in the 25 to 30 second range till you want to get into that range. So obviously, since this mechanism has been a boon for Diane, and they started off with the torpedoes, and they revolutionized speed cubing. So I would say this started it all for them, and then they went on to make the Zanchi, which I switched later. But then my Zanchi right now is not with me, and is being given to a friend. So the Zanchi, almost the same mechanism. It's been good as well. It's been very, very good, in fact. And I could say you can use the Zanchi if you want to go probably sub 20, but always just don't switch to the direct. Say right now everyone's saying Moyo Wailong is the fastest out there, so just switch to it. But I would say there are many different speed cubes right now, so you can actually choose what according to your style, and that's always better than just buying the cube and changing your style according to the cube. So yeah, that was about the Guhong. So later I switched to the Zanchi. I don't have it with me right now. So from there, Zanchi started getting worn out. That was the main reason why I bought the Fangshi. It started suffering a lot of corner cuttings. Now Zanchi, if you I think I sold over 5,000 sols on it, and that started really taking its effect on the Zanchi. It started getting it's not good to solve anymore. In fact, it was worse than the condition in this was right now. Also, I ended up using a wrong loop for the Zanchi, and the core became really, really dirty and all greasy. So that destroyed the Zanchi as a whole. So then I bought the Fangshi, and I would still consider this being my main, even though I have a Wailong. Now the Fangshi, it's been true to its thing. It's really sounded like a frosted blade. That's what the name comes from, the Shuangren. So the mechanism has been brilliant. It's been doing wonders. There's no need for torpedoes here because everything is interlocked into the center there, and these corners, they have an interlocking mechanism over there, if you can see it. Yeah, so that's been very fruitful for the Fangshi. Out of the box, it is pretty good. I have to mention here that the Zanchi felt pretty bad out of the box. In fact, it was really, really slow. Fangshi, it sounded brilliant, and I really loved the feel out of the box. It was kind of crunchy, and still the same way. Yeah, sorry about the Diane logo there. Yeah, so still being the pretty same way. It took time to break in, but then even now it's been pretty good. Now the Fangshi stickers, I didn't like them. I'm used to the Diane sequence where the blue is darker than the green. It is the other way around in the Fangshi, so I was forced to change the stickers. So yeah, the Fangshi has been pretty good. I was able to get my personal best on this, break my personal best in fact. It was 12.76 originally. I was able to get a 12.48 on this, and my best average of 5 has been 15 point something. That was also on the Fangshi, so it's been pretty good. And I think I'll stick on to this as my main for a while until I may need the Wailong. So yeah, that's about the Fangxi. Highly recommended if you want to go, if you're sub 20 and if you're just about 20. Highly recommended. Guhong, highly recommended if you want to go sub 30. It's a brilliant cube. So that's about these two cubes. Let's keep them aside. Next up, another random thing. I started this last year. I don't know. My friend showed it to me in college, so it's an interesting puzzle. It's a 3x3 as such, just a different way of solving it. It's called a mirror cube, Shengshou's. So it's been a fantastic puzzle. I was a big fan of it. It looks confusing, but pretty fun to solve. So yeah, this is called the mirror cube, and I had an obsession to it suddenly in the middle of last year. So been sticking on to this as well. Interesting cube, I must say. Do try it out. It's fun. It's for a time pass, other than the WCA events. It's one of my favorite cubes. Yeah, that's aside. Then this was the next cube I had bought, the Moyo also, 4x4. Brilliant 4x4, I must say. One of the best out there. In fact, the best. I did have a Shengshou before. I didn't like it exactly. It wasn't a I don't know, I didn't spend enough time with the Shengshou, so I didn't take 4x4 really serious until the Shastra Open, which I went this January. So it's been a good cube. I'm I think 1 minute 20 seconds out right now, trying to break into the sub 1 minute. Should happen soon. So this cube feels like the Fangxi here. When you solve it like a 3x3, the last part, it very much feels like a Fangxi. And it's good. It's really good. I can't say much about 4x4s because I'm not really an expert there. So yeah, although everyone says it's recommended, I say it's true to its words. It's a brilliant cube. And yeah, that's all I can say about the also. Next up, the latest cube in my collection right now, the Moyo Weilong. I bought this cube maybe a week ago at the Pantheon Open itself. Everyone said it's a pretty good cube, and yeah, it has stuck to its word. It's a brilliant cube, I must say, but it's not exactly suited to my style. I'm still trying to see if it works out for me, or should I still stick to the Fangxi. Anyways, this cube is definitely good. In fact, it's brilliant. Out of the box, it was phenomenal. I've never seen such a smooth cube out of the box. I've tried a lot of cubes, and in fact it's still out of the box. I haven't looped it yet. I've done over 500 solves on this, yet to break it in, but it's been good. Only problem I find with it is my times have been inconsistent. I think the reason for that is because it's kind of uncontrollable, it's a little too fast, even for me. There are many guys who I've seen many, in that competition I saw a lot of people who are yet in the 40-second range directly buy a Moyo Weilong. It's not going to be fruitful. You need to have, you need to be fast if you want to buy this cube. You need to be sub 20 at least, This cube is not going to be helpful otherwise. It's uncontrollable, so you can't see people other than the top 100 in the WCA list actually using it like a main. It's only going to be useful for them, and that's my main point here. Don't buy cubes until and unless you're actually going to use it properly. Bring out the best in the cube. There's no point in buying a Moyo Weilong when you're just starting out, stuff like that. That's how it works. So I'm still trying to get used to it. I may get used to it, otherwise I think I'll stick to the Fangxi until it become faster. So yeah, here it is, the Weilong. And yeah, that was the entire point. This is how far I've got in my cubing journey till now. Hopefully by the end of January I'm hoping to go sub 15 average, probably have a personal best of around 10 seconds. Still working it on, and yeah, that's about it. Those are all my cubes right there. And yeah, so that was the entire point of this video. I just wanted to let people know that there are many cubes out there. You don't need to exactly just buy what people assume to be the best one out there just because it's fast. You can buy cubes according to your style. There are a lot of cubes right there. The Chulong, the Qilong, Fangxi, Zanqi, Moyo Weilong, a lot of ones out there. So just take your time, try out everything, see what works out. You don't need to just buy cubes directly. It's not going to work out that way, is it? So yeah, that's about it. Do like and subscribe. Happy cubing. See you next time. Bye bye.